beautiful soul. Welcome to the Quantum Business Queen podcast. This podcast is a vortex for activating wealth, riches, and boss bitches. It is here that I teach multi-dimensional business. Our content will fall under 3 different categories: 5D quantum creation, 4D frequency alchemy, and the most potent 3D strategy. Every aspect of business that contributes to the creation of success is covered here. Plus, I will be personally interviewing the most amazing boss bitches that are at the forefront of the game, paving the way for money, magic, and magnetism in business. Let's get ready to activate all of that within you. Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to this episode of the Quantum Business Queen podcast. I'm excited because I'm in celebration mode. Man, my clients are smashing it, like absolutely smashing it. I just love celebrating humans because nothing lights me up more than people thriving. And that's what I've, dedicating my whole life to. And that's why I launched the Business Academy and the Quantum Coach certification and the Deep Undoing, which is kicking off this week. And I cannot be more excited about that as well. I got a message through today that my client landed her first 10K client. So my client landed her first 10K client. And, I wanted to talk about this, and she was just like, it's interesting. She's working with me because more of the strategy side of things. She's not necessarily about energy, quantum, etc., but she loves the strategy side, which I do. And I have the strategy that I know is going to help launch her business to the next level, which is already, it's already happening, right? So we've been working together for just over a month. And she went from charging $1,500 per client to $10,000, which is quite a jump, right? So I want to talk about that and her response to it, because in her words, not only did it happen very, very quickly, like a lot quicker than she was expecting to have it happen in her business, but it happened so easily. And she was like, wow, this really is a mindset energy game, isn't it, Sarah? And I was like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So let's talk about what happened for her, because I might have said this in the last podcast, really embodying your value and doing a value audit is so crucial for you to be able to embody the next layer of abundance when it comes to charging. Once it's embodied, you smash, and I mean smash through these glass ceilings. Now this client is, okay, so just to kind of give you a picture for what's happening for her, she had her first, I want to be conservative, I'm going to say 60K month, but I'm nearly sure she said 73K month, right? 73K month. And this is her charging like $1,500 per client. So she is smashing things. She's showing up. She is doing the thing like a boss bitch, right? It's not all like just woo, like manifesting, meditating or whatever. She is showing up daily on her socials. She is getting herself out there. She is in front of all her people. She's standing on the stages, doing a damn thing. And now that she's cracking the codes of 70K per client, she will be hitting, and it feels so exciting to say, she'll be cracking her first $1 million year. And it's beyond an honor to watch this unfold. So this is available, guys. These are the results that are available, which is very exciting. Oh, and did I mention she has done this organically, okay? So we have not even implemented paid strategy. This is all organic. Which the potential for this human is insane. And, the organic strategy, I have a client doing 30K months with organic strategy. I don't have one client actually who's doing paid strategy at the moment, right? So this is where it gets juicy and exciting. Guys, I'm going to give you a little tip, right? For some organic strategy. Now, the way this human who cracked, what people are making in a year in 1 month, and the same way my other client has done 30K months organically is just through showing up very deliberately and very specifically in Facebook groups and other people's Facebook groups. If you're not monetizing other people's Facebook groups, you really need to build an organic strategy around that. Okay. This is a really powerful way for you to show up in there, give value, have your name be the name popping up everywhere when people are asking questions, and then being able to offer value to the point where people are just adding you as friends, and then they're asking questions to you personally, and then you're converting them organically. So These are two of the ways they've implemented the private Facebook group strategy, which is one of the organic strategies I teach. And they've been able to monetize other people's audiences in a totally organic way. They've been able to crack the code of what's hitting with their messaging in these private groups. They give tremendous value, and people hand over their credit cards with absolute no hesitation because they see the value in the investment, because these two souls have been able to create credibility and authority very, very powerfully and in a really cool organic way. So there's a tip for you. There's a strategic tip. Show up in Facebook groups. Find 2 or 3 groups. Hone in on them. And create structure around them. You guys, if you're not creating structure in your business, it's not a business, it's a hobby. So have every Tuesdays and Thursdays the days you dedicate to putting energy in these groups. You know, where your energy goes, where your investment goes, that's what's going to come back to you. So there's a tip there. But what I wanted to say is that when it comes to going from, like, this is a quantum leap, charging 15K to 10K, right? That's a quantum leap. It sometimes can be incremental because money quoting is an energetic calibration. You know, it was a tiny bit of a struggle for her to get her energy around it initially, but we played with the value audit. We really walked through the value and the transformation. What she charges, the 10K for the 6-month journey that people are going to go on with her, she wholeheartedly knows that she will be able to help this person make that per month. So it's easy to quote something that you know the transformation is worth beyond, because you know you're going to be able to deliver a massive return on investment for people. And this is why it's so easy for me to quote the journey in my Quantum Business Academy. This is why it's so easy to quote what it costs to work with me per year, because I know the transformation is multiple 6 figures for my people who are willing to do the work. It's not about just paying the money and then thinking that you paid, it's going to happen. It's about doing the things that I teach and embodying the things energetically and letting go of the things that are holding you back and showing up in a really aligned, exciting, inspired way and allowing the results to transform you, to transform your reality and to transform your business. So this is the cool thing, right? So I want you to think about this for yourself. If you have any misalignment in value in your business right now, it's going to feel really wonky to quote people. So I want you to look at these things. Again, I want you to look at the value, how you're valuing the transformation. And if you're not clear on what your transformation is, again, it's going to be very hard for you to sell. And are you selling the things people are buying? In the world of online business, in the world of service providers, and I work, with all my beautiful spiritual beings, a lot of times people are offering things that are too fluffy, that don't solidify a very clear transformation. So people will buy things to do with wealth, things to do with health, and things to do with relationships. So which category do you fall under? Health, wealth, relationships. Those, historically and statistically speaking, are what people spend money on. Okay, so for me, people are buying wealth. People are buying how to invest in themselves and then make that back tenfold by way of their business. I teach people how to build and scale online businesses, which will help you create a lot of money and a lot of freedom. So I fall under the wealth department. You need to know what department you fall under so you can very clearly articulate a transformation that people are going to want to invest in, right? And people are going to want to invest in it. It's a no-brainer. And if you make it a no-brainer, then people will easily say yes to you. But if people are not easily saying yes to you, number one, you're not making it a no-brainer. Number two, you're not able to clearly articulate a transformation. And if you can't clearly articulate your transformation, you can't clearly embody the value because you yourself are not clear on what that is. So get clear on that, all right? Which category do you fall under and what transformation do you provide? And number two, let's do a value audit. With the transformation in mind, how do you value that transformation? How are your clients, more importantly, valuing that transformation? And does the price equal that value? And is it a no-brainer? So for me, I know I'm going to deliver more than what I charge. So it's so easy for me to quote because I know when my clients do the things I tell them to do, shift the things I tell them to shift, 10K months, 6 figures, multiple 6 figures is a byproduct. So it's easy for me to ask for an investment from people because what I charge per my containers is what people will make per month. So that is how I value and that is how I assign a monetary value to what I'm charging people. So not only do I value the transformation, and the way I do that is what I charge per container or per the year of working with me is I know we're going to anchor you into per month. then I value myself as a leader, being able to deliver those results, being able to help you transcend whatever's going on for you. I pride myself in being able to see the issue behind the issue behind the issue for people. And we pull those out by the seed that was planted so you can have these quantum shifts and have them very quickly. Man, do I value that, because that is something that I cannot teach. It is something that I innately have and is very, very unique. I'm just going to say. So, and then I also value the time I devote to each individual person. When you come and work with me, it's not like me throwing you in a container with 50 other souls. It's me being so individually invested in your journey. And there, for me, that is, that's a high value, because I have been in the containers that have had 20, 30, 40, 50 other people. And I felt kind of like, okay, hi, I'm here. I need support. And I never want someone to feel like that. So like one of my biggest jobs is to be the steward of the energy and the steward of this beautiful airtight container where people get placed in to absolutely thrive. And that, again, I value that. I value that so significantly, because I've paid every type of coach under the sun, and I have cherry picked all the things I want my people to experience and feel and learn and embody. And to me, there's really no value I can assign to that. So how do you value yourself as a leader? How are you valuing the transformation that your client goes through? How do you value your time? How do you value everything that your clients are going to receive from you? Do a value audit. And if it is misaligned in any sort of way right now, it's going to feel very hard and wonky to be quoting your clients' high ticket containers. And it's going to be very hard to go from where you're at now to where you want to be when it comes to quantum leaping in your own journey. So with that said, guys, the invite is open. If you're ready to really smash the rest of 2024, we're halfway through the year, which I cannot believe I'm even saying that. This is my invitation to you. Come join me. Let me walk by your side while we smash through these glass ceilings together, because this journey gets to be fun and exciting, and you get to experience the things that are there, the potential you can feel. And my whole purpose is to be able to help people do this for themselves. So this is going to be a short and sweet one today. This is your reminder to do a value audit. Where do you need to plug the holes of worthiness within yourself? Because a lot of times people undercharge because they don't feel worthy to receive. There's all these beautiful wounds that we get to heal within ourselves. And when we do, in the words of my client, it gets to be so easy, and it gets to happen way quicker than you ever expected and ever dreamt of. And this has been my journey. This is the journey I get to watch unfold in front of my eyes. And I want this to be your journey as well. So I'm going to leave you with that today, beautiful soul. I cannot wait to see you next week. I'm going to have some really juicy interviews coming at you with some people I met in Necker Island, and I cannot wait to get them in your ears. Yeah. Without saying too much, I'm just really excited for the souls that are coming on and that agreed to do interviews and that are going to be spending some time with me. So I get to put you in front of them or put them in front of you, and you get to hear about their magic and their journeys and all of the things they've been able to accomplish and their whole interpretation of what it takes to really embody your full potential as well. All right, I'm going to leave you with that today, beautiful soul. I love you, and I will see you next week. Thank you so much for listening today, beautiful soul. I hope you got so much gold and were activated in such a way that you could step into your highest timeline of abundance and freedom, because it is more than possible for you. If that desire has been planted in your soul, it is so deliberate. If you wouldn't mind, please rate, review, subscribe to this podcast so that we can get this message into the hearts and ears of more amazing light beings across the world. I would love to continue this conversation with you, so feel free to get in touch on Instagram at sarah.tynan.quantumcoach. If you're a Facebook person, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Sarah Tynan International. And please don't ever forget, if your desire is there, it's because your destiny is there too. You just have to remember who you are. Bye for now, beautiful.